From their self-titled album, What Fire Cannot Burn, St. Ricketts. The brand new album, St. Ricketts, is out now. www.stricketts.com. Tuesday night. 100% live. We'll thank the boys for that great number of Fire Cannot Burn. St. Ricketts, www.stricketts.com. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Tuesday night. I am a little shorter than normal. There I am. Tuesday night, 100% live. Kinsey King are in the house, yo. Please make fun of this. It looks like Sebastian has 2 girlfriends. Of course he does. His dad's a rock star and he's a cool kid. Why not? Start young, Sebastian. Just keep them all at arm's length. Steve Higgins in the house. A big yo to you as well. Steve, of course, his daughter Sarah from the amazing band Twisted. Also a key member of our Key Concert Series and one hell of a good dude. Steve, thanks for tuning in. We are back, Leo Show. I know it looks empty on the other side. Don't worry, Jewel Tady, a few minutes late. Work obligations, it does happen. But we are back for another Tuesday night, 100% live. We got a great one tonight. I absolutely love this band. I saw them play a few months back with 6th Century and Crooked Ways in Newtown. Sensational. Love them. A lot of people in the state love them. I also saw them play at Love Drafts. Coming up around 8:30, the amazing Live Lost will be the very special guest tonight. I saw so far backstage we're going to have Tanis and it looks like Aaron. So we're going to have a couple of the guys here. Not sure if all of them will make it, but that's perfectly okay. We're going to play a couple songs from the band here. Jewel and I will do top 5 when she gets here. Not hot 5, top 5. I feel like I haven't done this in months. And some topics and some fun tonight for everybody right here on the O Show. Massive thank you to... Whoops. I don't know what the heck I just did there, but anyway, a massive thank you to last week's guest, Mr. Kobe Reese, the young singer-songwriter, entertainer, terrific. We thank him. I went a little extra right there. Wow. Jewel Tady, along in a minute or two, just sent me the apologies. It's perfectly okay. But we are here. Top 5 is going to wait till Jewel gets here. As I said, at 8:30, Lives Lost. I'm going to play a couple songs from them as well. They're an awesome band. I love these dudes. Can't wait to talk to them, get down and dirty. Let's check it, folks. Baseball last night was extremely ugly. So everybody thought, hey, if the trade deadline today, the Phillies are going to go crazy. They really didn't. Actually got rid of Soto, which is nice. And added a relief pitcher from the White Sox. Right now, it's top of the 5th. 2 outs. Yankees have a man on. Phillies up 4-1. Saw some crazy stats last night. Speaking of that, in the Phillies, and I didn't realize since they come back from London, they're playing 500 baseball. 500, have an even record since coming back from London. And I don't know. And a lot of the experts were talking about it. It wasn't like Philly Homer guys. Well, it was Philly Homer guys at first. It's Metallico. But then I heard somebody else, a national broadcaster, say, look, you know, the travel, the 2 days off thing, and then back, and then 2 days off or something like that. He was explaining it. He says that's not normal for baseball players. They can lose a little bit of a groove. Now, I always think baseball is definitely a game of grooves, streaks, etc. And I'm not going to make excuses. We're still in first place. Still got a nice big lead. Still got the best record in baseball. But maybe they're a little cold right now. They did put up 8 the other night against the Guardians. Last night, the Yankees took them behind the barn and tuned them up pretty nicely. The Yankees do have a great offense. Tough night for Zach Wheeler. Aaron Nola looks to be a little bit better tonight. So we hope for the best. Again, the Yo Show, Jeff the Shark Perini with you. Lives Lost at 8:30. Jewel Tady in a moment. I want to mention real quick when we get the chance, the Casey Ray Battle of the Bands. Let's get this out now because it's great. There is another one coming up. That's right, this Sunday. During the last 2 Sundays, we actually announced the winners earlier from this past week. I got to check them out. Saw some great bands again. And round 3 is this Sunday. Upstairs, Casey Ray Sports Bar, August 4th, Vineland, New Jersey, 2 to 6. I'll be the MC. Some more great bands. They have really had an awesome turnout with excellent bands, good crowds, Good place over to Casey Ray's. I got the MC. I thank them for that, so make sure you check out that awesome show. It's been great. JD Wolf is in the house. A yo from the Northland. Not a lot from you in this trade deadline either. And those Minnesota Twins. Tight division. But I guess there's a premium on prospects this year. Really nobody making the move to unload prospects. And our good old GM, Dave Dombrowski, pretty much came out and said, look, I wasn't looking to move prospects. There's nobody really worth moving for. So, Jason Rushman in the house. Say, what's up, Jeff? Hope you're having an incredible week. Always. Got good news, Jeff. I'm getting my house in 2 weeks and moving out my roommate's house. That's good for you, dude. I love it. Love hearing it. Love hearing good news from everybody. This is my dude, Jason. We met him at first when I was doing the Happy Hour podcast with Ray Chase. And he stuck on. We appreciate that, dude. We love it. He likes our bands. He likes some of the pretty ladies that come on the program. All the good stuff we do here. Got a good farm system. We do, too. We got a pretty good farm system. I'm not worried. There's names that they feel could be a part of the team next year or the following year. So let's see what happens. Let's see. We've had a good season so far. Let's see how we ride it out. I told all my friends out there, because I'm getting ripped about this Austin Hayes thing. I was trashing Austin Hayes. And, of course, tonight he gets a home run. I welcomed everybody. I said, if you're out there, you're watching, come in the comment section, talk some smack. I'm here for it. I'm not afraid of it. Come here every Tuesday night. You know where to find me. While we wait for Jewel to come in, she'll be here momentarily, so we're going to do our top 5 list when she gets here. I forgot what that girl wanted to mention. Oh, gee, that was a mess. I really have no idea what I just did there. Shark is not afraid. He is not. Never afraid. Won't be attending Exotica. I'm so sad because I like my house, but I'll be next year or 3. Okay. Probably going to miss it too. Planning on joining Ray and the gang there, and then Ray kind of pulled the plug on it, so I think no Exotica this year. And you're right, the Shark is never afraid. Later on Meet the Desk. We'll have some fun with that. We're going to play a couple songs, like I said. We're going to have a Meet the Desk segment. Joel and I are going to talk about the Olympics and movies and good stuff. And we're going to kind of dig in a little bit, Joel said. Joel said we've been taking it way too easy on each other. We have. You got to come see Triple Rail Turn one of these days. I really do, dude. I love the footage you shoot. You do a great job of filming them guys. Also, I saw some footage on your page over the weekend from one of our former guests, the lovely Callie Paroque, the violinist. She's amazing. And she played, and you had great footage of her. We love her. She's terrific. Another one of those great Philly artists that we'd love to celebrate here. So, very cool. Won't be Jersey this year. Yeah. It'll happen. It'll definitely happen. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm starting to think she digs these special intros. She is the co-hostess with the mostest and the sister from another mister. Not with, from. Wow, Jesus, tonight. Most beautiful face in podcast, webcast, broadcast, simulcast, typecast, cast of characters, castaways, Nick Castellanos, you name it, ladies and gentlemen, the incredible Miss Jewel Tatey is in the house. Good evening.
I like the Nick edition.
Yeah, right. That's your John. I get it.
Castellanos.
Not after last night. Last night sucked.
I know. I hate you losing to the Yankees.
Exactly. That makes it even worse. Not just a loss to the Yankees. JD Wolf is in the house already. He's been waiting for you.
Hi. How you doing? I'm so sorry.
Jason Rushman, of course, is in the house. Work does call, and it does happen. And sometimes we got to answer that call. Like, I messed myself up a couple weeks coming up, Jewel. Messed myself up like August 3rd, August 10th. I kind of put in for both days off, and now there's 2 big events on August 3rd and August 10th. So I'm going to miss one of them. Mm-hmm. Our dude from the Circus Arts in the house. The world wants to know how Cassie's night kayaking went. And did you escort her in her nighttime adventure? First of all, no, I did not. Second of all, she did not go. A nightmare adventure. Well, they do know Cassie well. No, she was actually sick. She did not make the trip.
Oh.
But I thank you for that. And now she's
going around.
Something is definitely going around. I had a little feel of it coming on, but it wore off. I'm just excited. I'm gonna get excited for Lives Lost.
Yeah, I thought I felt something. I'm like, if I get sick again, I swear to God.
I know, right? Like enough's enough. Jason
Enough
Rushman, of course, for
is
the What's
enough.
Up, Jewel. Jewel might have
Hi.
been a little behind, but you know what? We did not leave out your favorite part of the program, top five list. And we always do this every
Thank
week.
you.
I try
Thanks
to
for that. I
somehow,
like this
some
one.
way. I like this one too. I always try to somehow, some way incorporate the band. And the band is Lives Lost. So I said top five songs with life in the title. I guess it could have been live or lives or
It
life or
better
whatever.
be.
Well,
And
I had a
then,
feeling. I'm like, you know what? Disclaim it right out of the gate.
and life in different languages. It's all good.
You know, it's after all these years and all these episodes, right? Like 303, you know how to love each other. And I knew, I'm like, you know what? Jewel likes top five. We will wait. One time I jumped without. You're like, what? No top five? I've learned.
They want my input. The people ask. I
They
have to
do.
answer.
The people want to know the real answers because mine suck. But at number five,
They do.
Skid Row's 18 in Life.
All right.
Yeah, I love that one. Love me some Sebastian Bach. I don't care what anybody says. Still love some Bach. You know, I had a friend in the business who is a friend of Sebastian Bach who says maybe. Maybe. I'll run that risk. I would love to have that dude here.
I'll take a maybe. A maybe is not a no. So
Right. I told him it might be tough, but
you're
maybe.
telling me there's a chance.
Sebastian Bach. You see me clam up. Number four, It's My Life by No Doubt. And the
I was
amazing
gonna
Gwen
put
Stefani.
these on mine, but I didn't. I'm glad I didn't.
Yeah, we hate having the same answers. We hate
It
having the
reminds me,
same
you know,
one
it
line.
reminds me of like being in a tandem bed when I was in high school, and this would constantly be on. This and Ocean Avenue would
Dun, dun,
constantly
dun,
be
dun.
on.
I love that song, Yellow Card. Love it. Number three is, I misspelled it. It's Lust for Life by Iggy Pop. Not to be confused with his lesser known hit, List for Life.
I
That's
didn't
going
know that was
typo,
Iggy
assholes.
Pop because
Yeah, it's a great one, too. I spelled it wrong, but it's Lust for Life. Not List for Life, although this
I
is the
kind
top
of get
five
it.
list. Number two, of course, Jewel Tady's twin sisters separated from birth, Evanescence, and Bring Me to Life.
Mhm.
And number two, oh, I love Amy Lee. And number one, of course, come
That's
on.
it.
If you've been watching, oh, I love her. If you've been watching through these 303 episodes in all these years, you will know what number one is. It's so damn easy. Got the Life by Korn at number one. It's like, it's either Guns N' Roses, Led Zeppelin, Korn. It's, you know, this is the top five list, not lust. Jewel
It's a little
Tady,
different. You usually don't have Korn or Gwen Stefani on your list, no doubt.
it's a
So
little different. Speaking of Lust for Life, Jewel Tady, your top five.
yeah, it's actually on my list, but in a different song. Number 5 is "Lust for Life," Lana Del Rey. Now I know where she got the title, but it's her in the weekend.
It's the same song? Cover?
No, not at
I'm
all.
so not on my Lana game at all. Really, I'm not.
You really just need to be and get on board. Number 4, "Life on Mars," David Bowie.
Yeah.
It's just such a great song, and I found it later. I know I always loved David Bowie, you know, Goblin King and all that. But I actually found this song through American Horror Story, and Jessica Lange sang it, and I'm like, what is that song? And she actually sang a David Bowie song on that season, and then a Lana song. So I love that season, and I love Jessica Lange. Number 3, "Past Lives," Born. This song had a resurgence too with TikTok. Like the kids really gravitated to it. But I think I was a Born's OG fan back in the
You
day.
were. My God.
Yeah,
It's one of the
sure
first
I
bands
do.
you ever mentioned on the show.
Garrett Borns. Number 2 is "Wait for Life," Lana. Sorry, it's a very I always call Lana a crooner to people that don't know her music, especially back when she wasn't so popular. But this is a very croony kind of 20s song, and I like it
Croony.
very much. Yeah,
The word stapled here at the O Show. Croony.
I think so. And number 1 is "Life in a Different Language," but it's "La Vie en Rose."
All right.
And I thought that Lady Gaga and Celine Dion were going to sing this together. That's what the rumor was, but they both sang different songs. Dude, Celine Dion crushed it. We got to talk about her.
Oh, I definitely do. And you know, it's funny when people say you're a Celine Dion fan. It's not really so much about being a fan, but we'll talk about it later.
Yeah. But this
she
is
deserves-
Edith Piaf is the original songstress on that one.
Edith Piaf. Wow, that's impressive. Your work is impressive. Circus Hearts are getting on the
Thank you.
scene. Jules' list it's much more eclectic than Jeff's. Jeff
We
put
both got the lust.
list for life and lust for list.
Both got lists and we both got lust for life.
And we
different
got
ways.
lust. We got lust for music and Yoshi and all
Yeah.
that good stuff. I'm always crying.
I was crying too.
I was
know.
crying a little bit.
Kelly
Little bit.
was crying. Kelly was crying.
It's hard not to
Good girl.
cry.
I
I
know.
saw a nice big thumbs up, and I love stuff like this. I want to point it out real quick. The dudes from Harkin. And I love when bands come on as guests and then come back and watch. So thank you, dudes. Great band.
That drink was not good. Just saying. Sorry
What'd
for
you get?
faces.
What are you drinking?
I think it's some stale beer. I think that's what it is.
Jesus
Sounds like-
Christ.
Tastes like a garbage water.
Nice. Harkin does rock. Thank you, JD Wolf. We're going to play a song. Sax joke. Man,
Sax jokes.
we were derailing quickly. It's funny because
But
Jewel texted me today and said, a little more banter, a little more the way we usually like kind of jab and poke at each other. And so far, dudes from Circus Arts are really helping.
This is where I put my foot in my mouth all night, and Jeff corrects me and said, "That's what she said."
Oh my God. Sex
Now,
jokes
and
and
now Chris is
lost.
doing it, so thanks, appreciate you. If that's who's posting.
Right, I think it's Chris. Thanks,
Okay.
Chris. Love you, Chris. Let's play some music. Let's get one from Lives Lost. And Jewel, you know I love this a band like this. Good hard rock, a little bit of metal, a little bit of everything. It actually has all kind of stuff. We'll talk to the band at 8:30 tonight. This is Numb the Pain. This is their newest. I'm going to play it here right now on the show. Just about 4 minutes long, so hang in with us. And we'll be back shortly here Tuesday Night Live on the Yo Show. Once again, Lives Lost. Tonight's guest, Numb the Pain. Check it out.
I think I've lost my nerve. My mind runs in circles. I can't shake this curse. I learn to hate myself. Feel the shame buried in memories that hurt. I look inside. What do I see? This person I hate staring back at me. Those won't set me free. Medicate, let the mirror lie. Numb the pain. I close my eyes. Nothing left, no place to hide. Numb the pain. I close my eyes. These pills aren't working. My gaze flushes red. So much for coping. Fuck what you said. Inside my head, bring all of it upside down. Drink up, black out again. I look inside. What do I see? This person I hate staring back at me. There's hell in my head and my Medicate, let the mirror lie. Numb the pain. I close my eyes. Nothing left, no place to hide. Numb the pain. I close my eyes. I close my eyes. I close my eyes. Medicate, let the mirror light numb the pain. I close my eyes, nothing left, no place to
I gotta tell you, more and more these local PA artists that rock out and metal out sound more and more like 110% professional everyday lives lost. Jewel Tatey, Numb the Pain.
Amazing. These guys are so good. I'm so excited to chat with them. And yeah, they're just really doing it big for the PA scene right now.
They really are. The PA scene has really been banging lately, and hats off to a lot of the people. The ones that played Brewstock, of course, over this past weekend. Traverse the Abyss, who's been on the show. Nailbite, who's been on the show. Strange Culture, who, of course, kind of grew up on this show out there. And, of course, Tanis and the guys from Lives Lost performing all over. And 6th Century and Crooked Wade. There's just so much good stuff. Jewel PA has really been dominating the scene, both hard rock and pop rock.
That's where it's at. All kinds of music.
I agree. My man Brian Snowman in the house from Snowman Multimedia. Definitely putting this song in my library when I'm focused on my editing. My man.
Nice to see you.
Just give us a little crediting at the end of that show. That's all.
It's all to
you guys. Thank
And
you.
you as well.
It's been good here. I know I mentioned PA, of course, some Jersey stuff, and Delaware, of course, with Atlanta Brocas. But like, there were so many good things to hear the last couple of weeks, Joel, in the music industry. And Atlanta said, "Don't drink too much, 'cause you know Jersey, man."
Yeah.
Yeah, I hate
I
to
know.
shit on Jersey, but Jersey, man. I had
love
one
Jersey.
cocktail.
Just
We love Jersey,
Don't drink
but,
and drive there, ever.
right?
Or
Ever,
at all, ever, anywhere.
right? Yeah. Let's get back to the main point. Don't ever do it anywhere,
Anyhow.
but don't do
anytime.
it in Jersey either. Jesus, that was one of the worst public service
Especially
announcements.
Jersey.
A public service announcement from the Yo Show. Don't drink and drive in Jersey, or I guess anywhere.
I Uber anywhere. You know what was great? Ubering to the Key concert, because I'm like, it's really not that far. And to just Uber that little bit so you can have a little fun, and then, Jeff rides you home.
Yeah, Jeff tried to, because Jeff really don't drink because for me, I'm like, they want me to MC, they want me to kind of represent and do some floor work and talk to people and all. So you definitely don't want to get sloshed, so I always take it light. My wife does too. Holy shit. I love these. I love these. Have a good time. But seriously, I maintain a pretty
We
good.
have a great time.
Yeah, we do. The two of you, I tell you what, man, you're like a blast.
Bliss
So-
and bliss.
So I stay composed and I drive home, and so I don't mind it. Of course, it's always, after this, we're going to our house. Jules hang out, we're all drinking. Me on the car ride home, her head's hanging out the window and she's sound asleep. So,
Yeah, everyone's asleep on the way home.
definitely. I'm the designated a lot. You can make a band suggestion
Always do
here,
that.
and we'll take a look and we'll
Yeah.
try to get them on. We love bands here. We always try to get them on. And like I said, tonight with these guys, Lives Lost. I saw them a couple times. Jules saw them up at Love Drifts when they had the iRock Radio Bash. Saw them at the, now, you might know, is it the Z-Lock, the Zlock? What is the name of that theater at the Newtown campus?
Oh, Newtown? I'm not sure. Never been.
I'm gonna look. So they got a nice little stadium in there. I guess it seats maybe 3,000. And that was a show, man. Like I said, it was Crooked Ways, Lives Lost, 6th Century. Now, you want to talk about a show. And it was great. And right away, like, my wife goes and she's like, Lives Lost went first. You gotta love these guys. Crooked Ways came out. I'm like, all right, I love these guys. Sixth Century come out, we both love those guys. So I'm telling you, man, it was just, these dudes are
That's
awesome.
insane. Just interviewing them, and knowing their music tonight, it's just what a show.
Exactly. And Tanis, of course, lead singer Tanis Pellegrini. A lot of people, Rigo was like, Tanis, I know Tanis, I love Tanis, yada, yada, yada. Sure, he's a great dude. He's great for the scene, and he just lets his heart out, man. Yeah, there
Yeah,
was a great
right?
line. I got to tell you, it was a great lineup. And Crooked Waves was on Channel 69 local news in York, PA the other day. They do a Music Monday. Crooked Waves was the band. Like,
They do. That's so
yeah,
nice.
is that great? I really, because they said, they kept advertising CS on the news. And I'm like, okay. And then of course I missed it because it's York, PA. I don't have it here. But then I went to watch like replays and all that. And it says right there while they're playing, it says Music Mondays. And I'm like, wow, that's pretty awesome.
You know what? I can get York News. I'm going to send it to you. I'm going to search for
Oh,
it.
sweet. Because
Yeah,
the one news anchor, she's hot. That blonde.
Okay.
Gracious. My goodness. Woo! I can watch news like that. It's kind of like is it the Mexican weather women that all wear the tight skirts with the nice butts and all that? Is that Mexican?
Oh, no, Jeff. Are you allowed to even say that?
I'm just fine. It is. It's.
Are you
I think
allowed to
it's.
say people are hot and then
Why am I not allowed to say people are hot? Is that a
I
taboo?
don't think you're allowed to do that anymore, man.
I'm not.
No, I don't think so. Not this
Great.
day and age.
Great. There goes our FCC.
You definitely can't say someone's nationality and say they're hot. That's just a big no-no.
We're gonna talk about that later because apparently you haven't been watching Kill Tony because my God, they lay out
That's why he's all
every
fired up.
race
He's
and
just going to
stuff.
go off tonight, and I'm going to be shaking my head,
Wow.
rolling my eyes, and
I mean,
covering my mouth.
anybody in the audience, have you watched any of this Kill Tony?
You can't say that, JJ. You're canceled.
This dude's got such a podcast, and I'm watching it the other night. And Jewel, Lives Lost is coming with us shortly. Before we get there, did you see the one where they had
No.
Trump and Biden? You didn't see this? I am telling you, this is like the funniest thing you ever want to see.
I'm sure. Shane's pretty freaking funny.
It's Shane
Is it-
Gillis.
Is Shane? Okay.
Shane Gillis and Adam Ray, and they are Trump and Biden on the stage, as well with Kill Tony, and the comedians are awful. The lead-ins are hilarious. It is a funny show.
Shane's local, and he has that new
Yeah.
show, Tires, and it's
Yes.
about the Delco tire.
Yeah, because they had some advertising about him and Adam Ray. Him and Adam Ray at the Phillies game. And had Phillies gear on. And then I saw one stand-up who was wearing an Eagles hat. And I'm like, get out. Yeah, so Shane's a local guy.
Yeah.
Adam Ray was just in New York. And for me, it was extra funny because what people need to do a little bit is poke fun at both. Not just poke at each other. Poke at both of these dudes. And the way they do it, and the way they do it in this episode, I'm telling you, wow. And I usually don't give podcasts a wow. You know me. I'm very picky.
There's a million out there, Jeff. You just gotta find one that's for you.
Well, I found this other one, and I don't remember the name. It's two girls,
Mhm.
and they
I'll
talk
probably know
about
if it's two girls.
let's see if the canceled podcast.
Oh
What is
yeah, I
this
told
trash?
you about that before. I
It's-
was talking to you about Tana and Cody Ko because I watch Cody because he's funny. He does the commentary on like the funny videos and stuff. But
It's
Cody was in that
horrible.
big allegation with Tana. Well, they're like really popular. They've been popular YouTubers for like a while, and Tana had some like controversy. But yeah, that's one of the biggest podcasts like out there.
It is, and I think it stinks. I'm sorry.
Well, to each their own, you know. You just have
Well,
to.
okay.
I think the funniest podcasts are the ones where they're good buddies. Like I sent you the Basement Yard earlier. I love those guys. They're
Yeah, they're
two
pretty good.
Two New York dudes, and they're like best friend. You know, early 30s, and they just rip each other, which is how you are with your buddies. Like I just feel like the best podcasts are when you're friends and can roast each
Kind of,
other.
and that's what Jewel and I do. And I know to some people it seems like different because it's like opposite sex and all that stuff. But we really do. Like we're buddies. We get along great, and we do bust each other's
Both.
balls from time to time, especially when Duck's there, and her and Jewel pick on me a lot.
Doug is a perfect addition. I said she has to be on all the
She
time.
has to be on all the time.
I won't
given-
even say anything to her, and she'll just insult me right away. I'm like, you know what?
It's pretty good.
I'm an easy target, I guess. What can I
Jewel
say?
asked me to be a little more edgy again, like I used to be.
I
So
didn't
there
say
it
that. Just to be clear, set the record straight. Never said that.
Set the record straight. Jewel said
I
you got to
said
go back. You
PG.
got to go back to being sexy like you used to.
That
Sexy. She said sexy. Matt, I don't know.
Fake news. All fake news.
Speaking of sexy, you know what's sexy to me? Great music. All
Yeah.
kinds of great music, and we got some dudes backstage tonight who make absolutely great music. Are we ready? I see Aaron doesn't have video up yet. If Aaron can link in and come in, we'll have him. But for right now, let's welcome Chad. He is back there. Let's welcome Adam and Tanis from Lives Lost. Let's give them a round of applause. What is up, guys?
y'all?
Hey guys.
Hi. How you
Dudes,
doing?
thank you. Thank you so much for coming on with us tonight. I've been a big fan since even before I saw you guys at. Now, help me here because Crooked Ways couldn't get it. 6th Century couldn't get it. Is it the Zlock Arena? The Zlock?
I think it's a Z-Lock. I don't know, though. I don't know either.
Everybody from that night could not get a Ramic. You know what? We're going to give it one more shot. But I saw you guys perform there, and right away, just blown away.
Thank
My
you.
good friend JD Wolf from Minnesota, big fan already, and he's already at. And that's where you saw them from when I posted that footage. And guys, like I said, the way the PA scene is going, you guys, 6th Century, Crooked Ways, and a lot of others, absolutely killing it. To me, it sounds like stuff that should be in the big arenas already. But
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Yeah.
absolutely, let's talk about
Thank
the
you.
brand new. Let's talk about one of the new singles I played it here tonight. Numb the Pain, fantastic. Tell us about it, because I know you guys like to rate deep. So give us a little background on that song.
Yeah. So my life was a mess. Is not currently a mess. And I like to party a lot, as Aaron, who has been with me for several years now, can tell you. And I think it becomes not partying when you're doing it so frequently, that you're depending on it. And I was definitely there. There's a point in my life where I was getting drunk every day before, after work. I was doing, coke, smoking weed, doing some oxy, Percocets, whatever I could snort or get fucked up on. So I kind of wrote Numb the Pain about dealing with that. I have a hard time, and always have had a hard time coping with my anxiety and my autism. And I think that I have relied on mind-altering substances to make me feel comfortable in social situations where I'm
Sure.
definitely not comfortable, because I'm not always with it. Some stuff just goes right over my head. And between the social anxiety and just not reading a situation right, it can be a lot. So Numb the Pain is written about like the thoughts that go on in my head when I'm kind of getting in that headspace. A good example of that is, second verse. It's the pills aren't working. My face flushes red. So much for coping. F what she said. The voice inside my head. Burn it down. Flip it all upside down. It's like that self-destructive little voice in your head that's telling you to be a piece of crap and just be a terror, menace to society. And I finally wrote a song about it. I don't think I've, prior to this, even come close. I've written songs about my suicide attempts when I was 18 and, the resentment, anger I have towards my childhood, but never like taking personal accountability for where my headspace was at or anything like that. So I thought it was due time, and Numb the Pain is the perfect song for that. And it also has this sense of camaraderie, right? Where it's like, man, there are really people that have had my experiences that feel the way that I feel. And that can be super humbling to know that there are people that have had your similar life experience, and there are people that your music can truly touch them.
Yeah, good to know you're not alone also.
Yeah. And how's the response been? Have you? I'm sure you've gotten positive response with the song and the message behind it. What has been some of the highlights?
I have had a lot of people reach out to us on the Instagram DMs a lot of like comments on the YouTube video, people sharing their stories of sobriety or struggling with sobriety, struggling with mental illness. I have somebody that is in freshly active recovery, that DMs us, once a week to check in essentially. And, just knowing that I have a connection like that with some of our fans is just mind boggling. Our fans are more than fans for us. They're family. We call them lost ones. We have a group chat with them on Discord. Like, it's really something already special. So having that extra connection with people within our community is awesome. I think a lot of places, a lot of people, we're lacking community right now. We're lacking a sense of belonging, a sense of hope, and a sense of joy. So to be able to bring that to people through music is everything I've ever wanted to be able to do.
It's pretty awesome and a pretty great message. And to see you guys live and to meet you after the show, you definitely feel that. We'll go to Aaron and Chad. Aaron, looks like you lost like 100 pounds. Dude, where's your hair?
With me?
Yeah.
I've just been hitting the gym hard. It's just part of my process. What can I say?
You said, like, I look at your Facebook picture, you got this big head of hair. Now I see it tonight, you look like that.
Okay, yeah. I think that's like six years
Yeah,
old.
that's an
old one.
Probably update
That's
that.
Is it really? My God.
So it is what it is.
All right, I haven't had hair in 20 years. Don't worry about it. But so when you guys, Chad and Aaron, when you get to the studio and you dig into Tanis's lyrics, like it's pretty deep. What's it like playing songs like that, instrument-wise, where you kind of really you can get a feel for the words from great instruments? What's it like to capture songs like that and bring them to life?
It's just kind of, you just want to do right by the song and like Tanis's intentions and things like that. And Tanis writes the, like the rhythm guitar parts as well and stuff. So a lot of that's already there for us to kind of feed off of. And we already have kind of like a vibe to work with. So he makes it very easy in that regard. But yeah, it's just trying to capture the kind of like his intention and the mood, and also try to make it a little bit different than the other songs. So, just some variety, that sort of thing.
Yeah, without Aaron, all of our songs would just sound like the other songs. So
Well, I don't know about that, but thank you.
Chad, how about you, man? How's it feel to get before you get into songs deep and putting them on to life?
I mean, I just recently started working in the studio with them, and
literally,
it was
like
actually it was actually a really cool. Yeah, it was actually a really cool experience because it was just like it was literally it was fun actually, and I've been working as a musician for a while, and I told Tanis, like, I'm usually very nervous going into the studio, and that was actually like a really positive experience for me to be able to just kind of like play with that. And yeah, it was really cool. I don't know what else to say with that.
Yeah, our production team makes it very easy, man. We're back full time with Jeff McKinnon, Evan Seaberger, who did Aaron and I's old band La Chiate, did our last bunch of songs we released, last like 4 singles. And we have a natural comfortability with them already, but in general, they're just wonderful guys to work with. I mean, from the top down of what Lives Lost currently is, it's just, I'm so blessed to work with who we're working with, really. Before we even hit the studio, we're working with Lee Fensmaker. He's a close friend of mine. He does our music videos. You might know him as Directed by Sorry. So he's done every music video from Champagne forward. And he does our pre-production as well. So he helps bring my ideas to life even more before we go to Jeff. Then we get to Jeff. The other guys get the songs in between that, of course. Aaron adds what I like to call the ingredient X. Chad writes some rock and bass lines now. Well, I think he wrote everything in the studio this last time. And I'm not going to lie, I'm pretty impressed with that, Chad.
That's awesome.
But Alan adds his flair because, I'm not a drummer, right? All my drum beats are 4 on the floor, maybe a couple crazy fills. And, Alan adding his input is remarkable to that. And then we get to Jeff and Ev, and they just crush it, knock it out of the park. I'm beyond pleased with them and everything that we are creating currently. These 3 songs we just did, I think they're going to be our biggest yet, and we've already had some success lately. I think Numb the Pain is very well received. We're at the first month of the song being out, and I think it's at 15,000 streams worldwide, which is awesome.
Awesome.
Not quite as big as Champagne did the first month, but this is kind of a new direction for us in a sense, right? Because it's a lot darker than some of the other stuff we released. There's a lot more synths and pad and just vibe, as the kids call it. And I think that when we're building these new sonic soundscapes, you're getting even more of the emotion because we're creating tension, we're creating solemnness, we're adding hope in the chords behind the song, It's really something special. So I could talk for hours about just that process, but
We're here for it. That's what we want to do. But it's like a soundtrack, when you go through all those soundscapes, like you said. But I wanted to go back. You said that's how you got your start originally. You guys were in a different band, and then that kind of dissipated in 2020. Can you talk a little bit about that and just the beginning of Lies Lost?
Yeah, Lasciate was a mess, mostly because I was crazier than I ever have been. And, I was still really getting just fucked up all the time. Pardon my language. I didn't even ask if I could swear. I'm just going for it.
You're good.
But I was
It's your show, brother. You got it.
It was not unlike me to do like 3 shots of tequila and down a couple double rum and cokes before I got on stage, and just even outside of that, just get being fucked up all the time, I remember when we did our last couple songs, I think I was smoking weed in between the sessions. And not that there's anything wrong with that, but just like feeling like I need to do that to get in the headspace was a bad path, I feel like, And I think that's around when I started really experimenting with other stuff, So what happened was we went in the studio to do the first half of those songs pre-COVID. I think we went in the studio in like 2019, and then COVID shut everything down while we were still working on the record. And we just never got it all done, It's just one of those things. And I think we had a lot of lineup changes, Lasciate. It was very volatile with the lineup changes, because we're in our early 20s. I think a lot of guys were like, I do want to do this, or I don't think so, So we had a lot of people bow out. Actually, ironically, came back in the end when we did some reunited shows. Rob came back, Mark came back. Our original drummer for Lasciate, Mark Caruso, he's the drummer for Lyndhurst, if you guys have heard of them.
Oh, yeah.
Awesome band. And Rob Greenberg is now Rob Apollyon on the socials, and he's TikTok famous. So I think everybody has found their niche,
Find out who they are.
Yeah. I think that's all your early 20s are about, even your mid-20s for most people.
And your 30s.
And your 50s. Just, it never ends.
I think
Always
it's adorable that like everyone's like, oh yeah, when I'm like 30, I'll figure out stuff. And then like you talk to 40-year-olds and like, dude, no.
And when I turned 30, I was single again. I wasn't married, but I was single again. And I got a new job, paid a lot of money, had my own apartment. So 30 life kind of started. I had no clue where I was going. But started at 30, I guess.
You started with the Yo Show. That's when you started, Jeff.
Very true. It's when my maturity kicked in and have 3 wonderful artists here listen to me sound ridiculous. But now, everywhere I go, like I said, I've seen you guys, of course, in Newtown. I saw you at Love Drafts, which I got to talk about. First and foremost, I love asking harder bands about this. You guys played outside at the iRock Rage Radio birthday party. Acoustic. Acoustic and perfect. I got to tell you, the music's outstanding. Now, being a harder rock band, and I'll start with Chad and Aaron being the guys on the instruments. Being in a harder rock band, are you losing something acoustic? Does it get you to add something? Describe it. Because you're awesome.
Tanis writes all of the songs starting with acoustic guitar.
Oh,
You got that, buddy.
So at their skeleton, they're written on an acoustic guitar. So when a lot of heavier music that I personally like, if I try to play it on acoustic guitar, it sounds like garbage. But because Tanis writes with an acoustic guitar melodically, chord wise, stuff like that. And like it still sounds like the song. Like it still has its skeleton. And then adding whatever guitar effects or production in the studio or whatever, yeah, it adds to the vibe of the song and stuff like that. But like it's not like it's nothing without that.
Right.
And yeah, that was a cool experience.
So, Aaron, how about you?
Yeah, I mean, it's like Chad said, they're already kind of at, the basic skeleton has already been kind of formed on an acoustic, so it's really not too difficult. But it's kind of like you said, you do have to take some stuff away, but you can also add some stuff. Like,
Yeah.
Aaron's the master of that.
Thank you. Well, it's like I think we try to, with acoustic, try to add like maybe extended chords or just, you have to make it sound fuller because you don't have a Marshall half stack or something, with a big sound. So you have to try to play it smart, so to speak. But they translate well, so it's helpful for us for sure.
Thank you, Aaron.
I gotta admit, because coming into it, I kept seeing 2 stages. I'm like, Love Drafts does not have 2 stages.
Yeah.
And then I went with a fellow from up that way, Jesse Morgan.
Love Jesse.
Jesse's a great dude. Effigy, shout out to Effigy. I met him in his house. We went up together, and I'm like, 2 stages. He goes, oh yeah, it's half indoor, half outdoor with acoustic. And I'm looking at the bands like 6th Century and Lives Lost. And, man, acoustic? And Pine Creek Academy, of course, that we had here. I'm like, acoustic? And I got to tell you, sensational. Now you find out why. So hats off, Tanis, again. It's pretty amazing. Does it make you a little nervous, though, knowing that that's the raw piece? And this is how it all started out there?
No. I got my start on the acoustic.
And it's like I said, your voice and all too. It's got to be a lot of pressure there. But I thought you guys did a
That's
great
the most
set.
pressure.
Yeah,
like
I've got to
learning to dial it back, because I can't. I mean, I could sing everything full bore, but it's kind of, you got to go make that smooth transitional stuff, right? Like Champagne is all the way up at the top of my chest voice with some mixed tone in there. It's a, don't say goodbye, I can take another line. And then you do that acoustic, you have to like find the balance there where it's like, don't say goodbye. You got to find like your middle ground and really pull back a little bit because you don't want to blow everybody out on an acoustic show.
Sure.
You want to have some chillness to the vibe and offer, your fans something that they haven't had before. That's how I look at the acoustic show. It's like, how do I provide our fans with an experience that is eclectic, that is different, that is unique to what they're used to seeing at a Lives Lost show? Because we're known for our stage show, I would say, not to, toot our horn or anything, but we're one of the most fun bands to watch on stage locally, hands down. And I'll fight anybody that says otherwise on that,
And to make things tougher, because Joel, I'll let you know, me and Jesse were there. It was like 101 degrees out. So
it was hot, brother.
I really give you credit. All 3 is for playing outside in that. The heat was just.
And I still wore theirs. I was like, I'm gonna look good, dang it, So.
I'm wondering that you're saying, and I guess I'm guilty of it too, but like, I don't know, we like to have a drink before we go on because we get a little nervous. Like, and you said you used to have drinks to go on before you realized what was what.
Even up to recently, honestly, I'm only a month sober right now. Do you have any like coping
mechanisms that aren't drinking or like drugs that you do now that help?
Yeah, so I've kind of started doing this thing where I feel like I'm getting like really nervous and anxious. I try and separate myself from the situation I'm in. I find somewhere a little more quiet. Like a lot of the time, the bathroom is pretty quiet. I know that's kind of gross, but I can
do all my work.
I can go in the stall, not on the toilet, just go in the stall, close my eyes, and just think. I don't deep breathe if I have to go into the bathroom and don't have a green room because, well, I'm not deep breathing in front of the toilet stall. Like that's kind of gross. But finding a place to do deep breath is awesome. Outside the venue. Sometimes a lot of venues are on the highway, so you don't always get the zen that you need. Going back on the tour van, But that deep breathing, closing your eyes and visualizing and knowing that, like, okay, I'm not, like, a terrible person to talk to. I'm just anxious. I need to focus on what's happening, and get out of my head that everybody hates me and all the other crazy
Nah.
imposter syndrome shit that goes through my head that I try and quiet with mind altering substances, and it's really been working for me so far, honestly. I don't know if you guys have noticed any difference in my demeanor at all, but I personally feel a lot better about myself, honestly.
Have you guys noticed? Just within the band?
Aaron, I'm going to let you talk first. Sorry.
Honestly, I don't know if I have. I think I've always felt, and Tanis is, I mean, he's probably just good at hiding it, but I've always felt like Tanis feels nice and kind of calm before a show. I mean, sometimes, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like if there's a stage issue, you might get a little bit stressed out, but I feel like you're good at kind of internalizing it and just kind of like keeping it withheld. But I mean, that's obviously awesome to hear that it has helped you, and you do feel different.
Yeah. I definitely do feel like I'm good at keeping my calm. It's just more like feeling like a crazy person, having this like nervous. I mean, you've seen it. Like, I pace around the stage for like a good 15, 20 minutes before we play.
Yeah.
And now I just I do my stretches and then I chill. Like, before I would literally just pace incessantly before we got on stage. Just like psyching myself out. And I've always done that since I'm a kid, even I wrestled in high school, I ran track, and I would literally psych myself out, like smack myself in the face and like my legs and shit. And just like, I'm just a lunatic, honestly. And I'm like trying to not be a lunatic, I think that part of that using the mind altering substances to make me feel like less of a lunatic, all it was doing was making me feel like numb to my actually emotions and like what's going on in my head, So I think that being aware of myself and self-aware of where I'm at on my emotional scale has been so freeing for me, and being able to control that more. And I feel like a better leader, because I'm making decisions clear-headed. I'm not just defaulting to the bottle, or deciding I need to chill myself. I'm just straight up leading. It's helped me in my personal life, my professional life, and the band life. I'm really just super stoked on it, and I appreciate you guys talking about it too.
Yeah, sure, we're here for it.
Yeah, I think it's so important because I have massive anxiety, like crippling anxiety, and I just look for tips. And if anyone has any tips, or kids like watching this interview especially, I just feel like it's important to know those things you can do that aren't drinks or drugs. And I was watching the Olympians today and this weekend, and I'm just looking at what they do on the sidelines. Like, they're just waiting, and it has to be the most
that's true mental calm and stoicism. Like, when you're at that level of professional athlete, the type of discipline that you have to have is just wild, Yeah,
it's 90% mental, it's just all, and same with performing on stage. It's crazy. Mental. It takes a lot.
I'm very good once I'm on stage. It's like the lead up before. Mm-hmm. And honestly, for me, I think it's more the after, dealing with people at the merch table. I'm like, oh, fuck, I'm such a weirdo, and people have to deal with me to buy shit. Oh, God, I hate this, And I'm a good natural salesman. I just beat myself up, So not doing that and just recognizing, like, okay, you're good in social situations. Like, you don't have to be mean to yourself. You don't have to hate yourself.
I feel like Tanis doesn't realize how many people love being around it.
They really do,
genuinely,
all you
genuinely
guys
enjoy just talking to him. And he's like, wait, no, man.
Yeah, you're great. You're great socially, Tanis.
Thank you.
All you guys, like, and that was one of the things I was going to ask, because everywhere I go, in the upstate PA area, everybody has your name coming off their lips. Lives Lost. Love those guys. Love Tanis. Love Aaron. Love Chad. And you're well known. You're well known and well respected in this area as definitely one of the top bands. Not just my opinion, the opinion of many. How does it feel for you guys? We'll start with Aaron. How does it feel to know that a lot of your peers and a lot of the community, as you say, is really enjoying and appreciating what you guys are doing?
It's awesome. It's we've been doing this for a while, and we've all been doing it separately for a while, or at least like Chad, Tanis, and I have been together for, I don't even know, what is it, 6 years, something like that. We've been in various bands. So, I mean, it feels awesome because, it's like when you start out, I mean, no one knows who you are. And it's not like a ton of people necessarily know who we are now, but it's always good to, feel recognized or feel like people appreciate what you do.
Before we get to Chad, because I want you to answer that part as well, not knowing who you are, I see hundreds of thousands of YouTube views on these videos, people.
go.
So they're learning who you are, definitely.
Good,
Chad, what do you
good,
think?
yeah.
I don't know what to think about the YouTube videos,
A lot of views.
but I haven't even thought about that. I mean, I know that. I mean, I mean, I don't write any of the lyrics or anything like that, but I identify with a lot of what Tanis writes.
Sure.
And I know that I use music as like my own personal therapy. And because I know how much depression can really get to someone and how much, music is a release for that mindset, it makes me feel good. It's like, oh, I'm being a part of this group that like makes someone's day or at least someone's evening or weekend or whatever.
Right.
So it's a very positive feeling to, be part of a band that kind of puts that front and central of, hey, we care about, what you're feeling in your day-to-day life and, how, this music can just kind of be this outlet for you. So you're not stuck in anything else. And
I like it.
it feels good to just be a part of that. That's
Sure.
to make someone's day. That's what it is.
Chad, that's very wholesome.
It's wholesome, but it's true, and you guys do have that message. I saw an earlier interview where you, correct me if I'm wrong, I think you said you were one of the most authentic in the area. Or do you feel love in the area? Do you truly feel like this is a good place to grow? And how do you feel about the scene?
That's a mixed bag, honestly. I feel like, firstly, I've come a long way. I came into the music scene in this area at 18 years old, with a chip on my shoulder because I had a shitty home life, and I've definitely grown a lot. The area has grown to love me, I think, and just, knowing that I have found a way to be authentic but not mean about it has been, a good transition for me as well. Not that I ever feel like I was overly mean, but I can just be like very blunt. And I think that knowing that a lot of the other bands, we're tight with them now, and just knowing that we all have this really good relationship, we support each other, and there is some real camaraderie within our music scene now is just absolutely amazing to me. There's a lot of great bands around here. You said Sixth Century. I love those guys.
Oh, yeah.
I love Brady. I love Mark. I love Nick. They're just the best. I love the Lyndhurst boys.
Yes.
Tim, Mark, Ed, Kevin, amazing. Pine Creek guys. I love them all.
Yes.
I really do. And this is like probably the first time in a long time that I feel like our scene is like very strong. Because I feel like back in the Champ days, towards the end of the Champ days, I should say, because we weren't there at the very beginning, when it was very strong. But, the late 2010s, the scene was still strong, but like kind of waning. And, after the Champ dissipated, which is up the road from us in Des Moines, there was less and less places in the Harrisburg area for shows as a, young band, not quite 21 yet. And I think, more and more stuff is happening around here where there is places for them. You got the Bunkhouse Vintage in Carlisle,
Yes.
which is a great DIY space for the kids. I would love to see more DIY spaces popping up in and around Harrisburg. Lancaster's been doing it right for years. They've been DIY for years,
I drew a blank. Real quick, and I'm going to get murdered for this. The Bunkhouse, that is Cabal brand, correct?
Yep, Cabal brand.
Shout out to Cabal. Okay. I had to remember his name. Maybe I drew a blank. Shout out to Cabal.
But yeah, we need more of that around here. More places for the kids, man. Like, there's plenty of 21 plus bars, clubs, restaurants that do the live music thing. I love HMAC. We love playing there.
Yes.
Love Love Drafts and JB's.
Yep.
JB Love Drafts and Love Drafts Brewing. We love playing there. No disrespect to any of them. But also, there's not a true place for the youth. Like, all ages shows. where kids that are in these disadvantaged situations, these maybe less than great home situations, there's not a place here locally in the Harrisburg area for that really at all, to my knowledge. And I could be missing something, but we need more of that around here. I've been looking at a couple spaces. We'll see what we can do, but I want to get back to the community in a big way. I grew up around here. I grew up out in Hershey and then moved to Annville, which is a little closer to, it's right next to Lebanon, if you know where Lebanon City is.
Sure. Yep.
And, I didn't really have crap to do in that town other than smoke and drink and maybe go to the library, when I was a little bookworm, but no real sense. There was a pizza shop, actually. This is kind of how I got into live music. I don't think I've told this story yet. There was this place called Parma's Pizza in Annville. It was down in the Nook. It's now a Vietnamese place. And he used to do metal shows at that pizza shop. And I used to have MJ's. MJ's was also in Annville, yep. And before it was MJ's, I think the Allen itself, one was just the Allen Theater there. Oh, no. I'm sorry. MJ's is in Palmyra. But yes, MJ's did have open mics. I think they're shut down now, too. But, as far as the metal band, hard rock stuff, Parma used to have that. I actually met Justin from Ocean. I don't know if you ever heard that band out of Lebanon. And that was the first band I was in, freshly 18 Tannis. I was their bass player and backing vocalist. And it was a big learning experience for me. Justin's a great guy. But that's what kind of started me in wanting to do the more underground stuff and not just the stadium stuff. Now, full circle, I think Lives Lost has the potential to be, a stadium band. We're very accessible, if you will. And I just love music. I've always loved music. It's always been something I want to do. I begged my mom for a guitar, and she finally broke down, got me a Fender acoustic. I loved that guitar. I think I lost it at a show or somebody stole it. Can't remember the whole situation. And my grandma then bought me my first electric a year later. And the very first song I learned was Fall Out Boy, Sugar We're Going Down.
Nice.
I used to want to be Patrick Stump so bad. Not even going to lie to you guys. But, just if I wasn't a kid that was looking to music for a solution, I think I would have ended up even worse off than I did in my late teens, early 20s. And what I'm trying to get at full circle here, we need more spaces for these kids.
Yeah.
To meet their passions. They're defunding the arts in schools still, and I didn't have a good music teacher that got me into music. It was always something within me and something that I loved and enjoyed. But I think too, if I would have had a good music teacher as a kid, maybe that would have inspired me too, and I would have picked it up even sooner, So we need to do more for the arts. We need to give more of these kids outlets, and we need to have a safe DIY space for our youth. Big time around here.
I'm with that. We try to do a show once a month around here in Warminster. We call it the Key Concert Series. We get 4 bands to come out and they play. There's really no money in it for us, and we try to get the kids a few bucks, but they come out and they rock. 4 bands. Could be teens, could be 20s, could be senior bands that have been around. So we've had all mixed fans come out. They got a bar there. It's a nice entertainment venue, and it's cool. It's kind of like you said before, it's like a concert. It's not really a bar. They have a bar there, but it's not a bar. It's a entertainment venue.
And that's the
really
best type of spots, know.
Jacksonville, Florida.
Kona Skate Park. That sounds good. I think I just saw a show announced there. I follow a band down in, it was definitely Allen Theater. Okay, so MJ's had a coffee shop. Sorry, I'm just seeing Ray's and Emporium's comments. Annville did have MJ's very briefly. I think that was when I was in college. That was towards the beginning of me being in college. And there was a bunch of Lebanon Valley College bands that would play there and artists. So I kind of remember that. Up the road, that was very brief, I feel like. Yeah. Okay, maybe it was always happening and I didn't know about it. That's crazy.
It feels like yesterday. You're looking like 04, 06. That's 20 years ago. I can't believe
I would have been, I was 8 in 04 and I was 10 in 06.
Wow.
I choose not to mention how old I was. It starts with a 3.
Hey, nothing wrong with that. So we're still still a
So,
pretty young band too. We got a lot of
Yeah.
years left in us, you know. Except for Chad, he's old. No, I'm just kidding.
I mean, you
he's
guys, you guys got to stay around long enough for Aaron to grow his hair back out again, too.
Yeah.
Listen,
that's
I've been trying to get him to grow his hair out, man. He won't do it. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, it used to be very long, but no,
It was.
those days are behind me. You know?
And it's funny because when I
Okay.
first saw the picture, I'm like, well, I know this guy, too. And I finally sent you the friend request. I'm like, I know this guy. I'm like, wait a minute. And then to see it tonight with no hair, I'm like, what the heck happened here? So, a little shocker, but a lot of fun.
Love that.
So remind everybody that is in the area, or if you watch or recorded and you're in the area, September 3rd, a great venue, the HMAC, Lives Lost, back in action. What can we expect, guys?
Yeah, so we're gonna rip hopefully a whole nice set with that by April, September 6th, I think, at HMAC. We have that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Saw the wrong date. My fault.
It's all good. We're actually at Love Drafts up the road, the 23rd, so maybe you combine the two dates, kind of. I
Maybe.
think.
I mean, I'm
That
just
would
that
make
excited.
I love that. But yeah, with Dead by April, that was actually a rescheduled show. They had like pneumonia or something when they were supposed
wow.
to come back in March. And super stoked for that show. We're going to be playing Numb the Pain. We're going to be playing, maybe debuting another new song that day, I'm hoping.
Ooh, I like it.
So there's a song that I'm very excited about. Well, I'm excited about all three of them. But one in particular is kind of about like, you know, my perseverance in overcoming my toxic situation, called Chin Up Kid. And I'm very stoked to track it. So don't want to put the cart in front of the horse, but I think we could have it down by then.
I tell you what,
We'll do our
man, that's
best. Yeah.
yeah, that's some serious marketing. I'm like a big mouth bass, and that hook right in there, like trying to lug me out there. Gotta check the work schedule because the Love Draft's a couple hours for me, but worth it because it's an awesome venue and a lot of great bands play there. And of course, you guys especially, we look forward to seeing more from you. When more stuff comes out, I'd love to invite you guys back. So I had a blast. I love you guys. One of my absolute favorite bands in the
Thank
area.
you.
And this was a lot of fun. Chad, Aaron, Tanis, thank you very much. Everybody out there, you can find Love's Lost, www.liveslost.com. I said love? Live.
You said love, but it's fine.
I did. No, not liveslost.com. Instagram, Lives Lost Band. Facebook, Lives Lost. YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music, and all great download sections. Look up Lives Lost. I lost my wording. I got so excited. I get so excited and geeked out. Like it. But the we're gonna play a little. We're gonna play a little more from you guys too as well. Champagne will play shortly. But I want to thank you guys for coming on. We hope to talk soon. Next time I
Thank
see
you,
you,
guys.
you're all gonna big hugs. You're like the cool guys in the room, and everybody loves the people that love Lives Lost. So I'm coming for you.
That's
Thank you so much for having us.
Thank
Have
you
a good night,
much.
everybody. I appreciate
Thanks,
it
you as
very
well.
much.
Have a good night, guys.
You too. Thank you. Joy, I got to tell you, I love these guys. I love their music. I love their personality. Very cool guys, down to earth, with a lot of message too, which I love.
Yeah, absolutely. And like it is for value music, and I'm sure they're phenomenal live because voices are insane, and just hearing them play on YouTube and everything like that. So very excited to see a live show for sure in our area. Exciting.
I know, right? Our area. I love it. Love the bands from the area. And of course, a shout out to Rachel, of course, Rachel Sinversa, who did a Yo 2.0 with us last week, correct? Last week or 2 weeks ago. And she's got new music coming out. And
Oh, that's right. Oh,
yeah.
I keep thinking it was Rain.
now
I
it's,
couldn't see. I'm blind.
it's
Hi.
Rachel. It is Rachel, right? Exactly. And she did a great job. A lot of people said, hey, she was really
She's
good. And,
amazing.
she was good, right? And she really knows the
And I
business.
love the Zelda
and,
shield, the Hylian shield.
and of course, the RachelSinversa.com. She actually has a live stream coming up tomorrow or Thursday. Oh, God, I forgot, Rachel. I'm so sorry. I'm trying to remember so many things. But she has a live stream coming up with some of her new music, and I'm excited for her. She's very cool.
Amazing.
It is. It's August 8th. Thank you. Make sure you mark it on your calendars.
There you go.
And go to RachelSinversa.com. I mean, the show is terrific, perfect, etc. with Jewel here. But Wednesday nights, it's
that
neat
show.
to get it. Right, our show. It's neat to get a guest co-host in here and get different points of view, especially when you get people like Rachel who's so versed in the music industry and knows all the ins and outs. And we enjoy that, and we get a chance to get more people on here. Of course, like nothing does take the place of Tuesday, and we love it. And this is we're 303 episodes deep. Joe and I see eye to eye maybe like 80% of the time.
80. That's generous.
So, I was going to say 80? I don't think so. There's like Joe gets a good hatred for me every once in a while.
I wouldn't say hatred either. What is your problem? I think we have a good back and forth.
It's like a love hate. It's like he's so funny and quirky and clever and handsome that I absolutely hate him. I get it.
Wow. We're going
His
there.
ego. His ego's on fire tonight. I want to play
Still
another.
don't think we agree. You know, we're
We don't always agree. We don't have to
many
always
years
agree.
apart, and we're just, you know.
Right. And you've said that in the past. You're like, because I was told in the past in this industry, and I've even been told by my family sometimes I get a little bit of an ego. And sometimes Jewel just like takes a little Jenga piece out of the ego and sets me down a little bit. She's like, look, this works. This is good. Sometimes she says, look, this doesn't work. I don't like this. I'm dying laughing because I'm a mess tonight. But,
You know,
like-
just because I say something doesn't mean
oh, no,
the
absolutely not.
person's going to follow suit. No. That's not what I mean, though. I just might say something. Look, I'm an Aquarius. I have a million ideas, okay? I'm a big dreamer, and sometimes those don't come into fruition. But, when you have a vision, and me and Jeff had the same vision for so long, sometimes we stay in that field. And we got to a point where we got kind of comfortable with just going with the flow. And obviously, Jeff busts his ass and goes to all these shows and everything. And, we're just always in talks of how to, like, maybe shake things up, but still at our core, not try to be anyone else but ourselves, because I love who we are. I love what we built. I love this whole process. I love finding new music, and doing it with you has been great. And just you going hard, like ear to the streets, you know what I mean? And you find these amazing bands like tonight, like it's incredible. I just, I want to sometimes just focus on what we have here, and like, this is amazing. And, have the back and forth, because people want to get to know Jeff. Who is Jeff?
Who
How
is
you doing,
Jeff?
bud?
He's a small mess with a big mind for music, and he wears good luck jewelry on his program. His Phillies hat, his backward Phillies hat, is kind of like his legacy, and he adores Jewel, and he has an awesome, supportive wife as well, and a good friend base and fan base, and people to come back, and I appreciate that, Jewel. Like, really, like I said, there's never been a time in all the years since we first sat down together that I've ever thought, maybe Jewel's not the person anymore. There's never been a moment where I've thought that it couldn't be without you, but it couldn't be the same. And it wouldn't be the same. And it wouldn't be anything without you. And I know in the past, like I said, I talked about adding a second night just because I like hearing myself talk. But there was never the thought of, the show could be better without Jewel, or I wish I could go on without Jewel. None of that. This is like a mainstay. This is a staple. It's been part of us, like I said, 7 years, 300 episodes. Like, this is a rock. I love what we do. And every once in a while we can tweak. And I love your input. I do. I appreciate it.
Yes, I mean, sometimes I just say things. We're like a blended family. Like, if we add anything to the mix, it just makes it better. It doesn't take away. So whatever you do, whatever projects you have going for you, and same with me if I ever have any projects. But we're always supportive of each other. I think that's important. So
yeah, I'm always shopping equipment to take us on the road. I'm dying to do that.
that's next. That's
I
next.
get it.
I think it's in demand, and I think we could do it. I think we're fun. We're fun when we're out.
We are fun when we're out. We have been invited places and asked to
Good
do
time.
events and all. Yeah, we're a pretty good time. I think sometimes Jewel gets to be a little better time when she's out than I am. I can be like, I tend to be.
Hey, Mama's out. If Mama's has a babysitter and an Uber, and she is out.
I tend to parent
having
a little
fun.
bit. I parent a little bit because at times you get Cassie, Jewel,
Yeah.
Brent, and at times I kind of find myself parenting the group, like,
Or, yeah.
be careful or watch out. Or, I'm like, man, I am not doing the fun shit. But I appreciate it. Let's play some music. How about before I start getting sappy? I know JD Wolf loves seeing me cry. I'm not crying tonight. I want to play Champagne.
Yeah. Let's
It's a
go.
goodie.
Ooh,
Lives
that's
lost.
good.
Look at Tanis. Oh,
Ooh.
nice hair comb.
I love this video. This video.
So
is
do I. This is a great one. I love the song too. Champagne by Lives Lost, our guest tonight. We will be back in about 4 minutes and some change. And Jewel, when we come back, I got a surprise that I promised last week, but couldn't find it. I found it. We'll be back. Yo Show Live. Lives Lost. Champagne.
Hey, what's up?
Hey baby, what you up to?
Oh, just hanging out. What's
Yeah.
up?
I'm on my way home from practice. Just wanted to call you. I like to call you.
Yeah,
No,
how
don't.
long is it going to take till you get home?
Like, I don't know, 10, 15 minutes.
Okay, that sounds good.
Yeah, I can't wait
What
to
do you want
see
to do
you
later
and
when you
the
get
doggies.
home?
Yeah. Well, that was interesting. I walk away for a second and everything just seizes up. Hang on there 1 second. Start from the beginning again. Try that once again. We're sorry about that. Lives lost. Champagne. Let's try it again, Jewel.
Hey, what's up?
Hey baby, what you up to?
Oh, just hanging out. What's
Yeah.
up?
I'm on my way home from practice. Just wanted to call you. I like to call you.
Yeah,
No,
how
don't.
long is it going to take till you get home?
Like, I don't know, 10, 15 minutes.
Okay, that sounds good.
Yeah, I can't wait
What
to
do
see
you want to do later when
and
you
the
get
doggies.
home?
Well, it appears the
At that part. That's so weird.
I know it appears the Magic Internet hates us tonight. And
Dang.
I know, right? It's a great song. I'm a little disappointed. I noticed it was a little slow when I came on tonight. As we always say, that's the magic of going live. But we'll try to get back to it in a few minutes. Lives lost. If not, we'll play. I also have Brighter Days, one of their ones from a few years back. We'll get to that in a few minutes, just in case. But remember, Joe, I said last week we were talking about a certain subject last week, and I said I had something, and I ran to find it, and I couldn't find it.
Oh, yes, Spice Girls.
It wasn't. Wow, I tell you what. For somebody who doesn't read,
I listen to you.
I mean rewatch rather, you do listen and pay attention, and it is of course Ginger Spice, and look at that bad boy. And like I said, I was a massive Ginger fan. This is still in the original box. A little dusty.
That is beautiful. Oh my god, mine
Isn't
was
it?
ripped out of the box in 2 seconds.
Oh,
I was
I'm
also
sure.
a little girl, so
Who did you have?
scary.
Oh, really? Oh, wow.
Yeah. Oh my
Yeah,
god, she's
remember,
so pretty.
I remember. Yeah, Jesus. Like I was always a Jerry Halliwell fan, Ginger fan.
Mhm.
And when these came out, like the Ginger one was supposed to be harder to find, and people were selling, of course, for an outrageous amount. So I walked into a KB Toys one day, and there she was, the last one just sitting there. And I'm like, oh my God, it's Ginger. And I grabbed it.
Damn.
Because as you have noticed, I like to collect things.
You know what, Jeff? I am such a fan of Makari. Last night, I almost shed a tear.
Right?
because I was watching the show. You remember Dragon Tales?
Yes.
Dragon Tales and Dragon Tales. I'm like, I remember back in the 90s, I had this friggin' pink dragon, and it was like, it was just so cute. And it was like pink, and it had these like yellow wings and this curly hair. And I'm like, I didn't know where to go. So I went to Makari. Don't you know, it was the Glob Magic Kissing Dragon of the 90s. And they have the whole set. I'm like, anything you cannot find on Amazon, like go to Makari, check it out. Don't bid on the same stuff I'm bidding on because I want it. But
Right.
Man.
And a lot of times not even really bidding. You just kind of just get it
being
right
the
there.
first, yeah.
Yeah,
being
like
the
get it first.
It's usually cheap.
And I got it during the during COVID and the lockdown. That's how I was making my side money, and that's how I came up with a lot of these pops, because people, of course, were looking for money and looking to sell them cheap, and I bought a lot of them, at a good price, and built this thing and was selling some off and buying and selling cards. And Mercari was my jam for quite a while, so I'm all about it. I'm with
It
it.
is. It is awesome. Like you can literally recreate. I mean, I know a lot of us moved and we're like, remember we had that toy? Like you can go buy that toy and like build up your collection again. There was this game Nightmare that me and my family loved. It was this horror video VHS video game, and it
Wow.
was amazing. And I think it was 2 Christmases ago. Me and my sister both got it for each other. So we had two. We're
That's
like, oh
pretty
my
awesome.
god, that's really funny. But we found it on Macari.
How about that? Ugh, top of the ninth, 5-4 Yankees. Come on,
Come
Phillies.
on.
Need this win so bad. But yeah, I'm all about that. I wish Macari was sponsored. Lord knows they got the money. KB
Macari,
Toys, right?
Magic Kissing Dragons. Please sponsor us. KB
Bring my
Toys. I
child.
remember
I
that.
love
Oh,
Dragon
man.
Tales. Yeah. KB
Dragon
Toys,
Tales.
Toys R Us, they're all gone, which is unbelievable.
It is insane.
Unbelievable.
It's like they don't have the toy store experience, these kids. And
No.
my daughter's 10, and you know what she asked me for, which I didn't even realize wasn't in stores anymore. She asked me for like a J14 or like some pop culture magazine where she could see like celebrity. They don't have them anymore. They don't have
No.
Teen Beat. They don't
Nope.
have. I don't know if they have Teen Vogue, but like the J14s where you would get the posters, like I would get
Yeah.
the poster of the Backstreet Boys and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, they don't have them, and I look around, but I can't find like a physical copy of it, and I feel sad. That's sad.
Like magazines were falling by the way. Like, I don't know if this is true, and I know you're going to laugh and not be able to tell me either, but Playboy magazine doesn't make a magazine anymore.
I haven't seen it. You know, you usually see like the 7-Eleven racks. That's where I usually.
Yeah,
see,
I think it's done. I think it's only online now.
it's crazy. I mean, they can't make that much money off of it. You could just have your phone. Everyone has a phone.
Right? And you can definitely
But-
see the pictures of the models. Like, I don't get that.
For people who want posters on their wall.
I
I'm
used to
talking about
love-
little girls, little
Right.
girls and boys that want posters on their walls. It's kind of sad.
Little boys and girls at potion. No, I get you. You're right. How about this one? This one sent a shockwave through every geek in the entire universe. Robert Downey Jr. has been announced to be Doctor Doom in the upcoming Marvel movie. A lot of people were pissed off about it. Your thoughts?
I think it's weird. And my Duck the intern, she's like, that's like Chris Hemsworth dying and coming back as like Thanos. Like, it's just weird.
It's a little weird. A lot of people say it's like a money grab. It's like a tease. It's BS.
We don't miss you. We miss Iron Man, okay?
Right? Never like it's not Tony. Well, no, it's not supposed to be Tony. It's supposed to be Dr. Von Nostrand or Dr. Von Doom.
Yeah.
I don't have a problem with it. It's just I don't have a problem with it. I don't know what else to say. To me, it went off and like every like nerd, and I don't say nerd in a bad way because of course we had oh god the podcast nerd oh my god I forgot the name. So bad.
Party nerds.
Party nerds, yeah, and yeah, they're pretty big dudes, but like every like comic book geek, etc., was like, this isn't going to work. It's stupid. How's it not going to work? He's got a mask on. He's going to play a character. It's a movie.
It's like Chris Evans is an example. You know, he was Flamio Hotman, Fantastic Four. What's his name? Flamon. And now he's Captain America. Like, I don't think you could be two superheroes. Heroes. I can't say that word.
Is that the Human Torch?
Human Torch. Flamey. It's from Avatar. Shush. Flamio. Hotman.
Filet mignon. Chris Evans as filet mignon. Holy
Yeah.
shit.
I don't think you should be two superheroes. I think one. Oh my God, give me a superhero. Let me be a superhero for a day. Like, I'm not going to ask for another one.
Who would you be? Well, I know who you would be. I know. Not yet.
No, it just came out. Biggest opening ever. I'm so excited
Right.
for it.
I would be. I'd be Batman. I love Batman.
Batman's a good pick. But you don't have any superpowers. You can
And
fight.
you know. And you know.
You're rich. I know
Maybe.
Batman.
Maybe I hide the secrets.
What would be your second? Superman?
Yeah. let's get to that real quick. Superman. I saw this. I've been like binge watching a lot of these reels lately. And there's one that says, there's one that talks about
TikTok.
There's one that talks about Superman's glasses. And how come it only took glasses for nobody to know who he was? And the explanation was that the glasses would hypnotize people. But that's incorrect, is it not? You're a DC junkie. Didn't the glasses change the appearance of his face?
I don't think they changed him, no. I just think that's a superhero thing because Sailor Moon, she looked exactly the same, but she was like incognito, like no one was supposed to know. But no one had the like buns. She just put on a different outfit. Like,
And people are like, oh, the glasses, the mannerism, his hair's parted on the other side. I'm like, I don't know. I mean, if I saw these two guys in public, I'd be like, what kind of glasses
Henry
is Superman?
Cavill in a suit, you'd be like, that MFer is Superman.
Right?
I would.
I don't get it. But everybody says it's in the...
But you know what's
Right.
funny? I was watching, my boy Homelander, The Boys, and he was in an interview like Comic-Con, and he had brown hair and the glasses, and thank you so much. People were calling him Clark Kent because they couldn't decipher. He had to have the blonde hair, no glasses, in the suit.
Wow.
People are like, Homelander, I hate you.
Well, how about that? I gotta watch that more.
Oh my God, so good.
Freedom King Films, Jewel is the essential Wonder Woman. I mean, perfect in the costumes, looks exact. She has got like perfect height, perfect shape, perfect everything for Wonder Woman. You're like a T. It's like the costume was made in your mold. Like you're like the mold of Wonder Woman.
I've grown fond of the lady. I'm trying to think of who I would pick a second. I do love me some Catwoman. I love Selena
right?
Kyle. She's just a badass.
Yeah, she's a little deranged, but
Yeah.
knows exactly what she's doing.
Not Harley deranged though. Like she's
Man, ain't
Ooh,
nobody,
I love Black Widow.
nobody's Harley deranged. Yeah, Black
You
Widow
look
is one of
great
them.
as have you done Black Widow? Because I need to see that. Come on,
Right, yeah.
our Halloween special dressed up.
There you go. We should get a
Or
lot
our
of people. to
Halloween
come.
show in person. That'd be even better.
She's in Florida. Oy.
Damn. Well, just come up for it.
Oh, there's cosplays. Wow, really?
Oh, man.
She used to do modeling work also, so I know she, outside of
Yeah.
music, like you're a great singer and great musician, but you also have like the modeling stuff and on. So I'm interested. I like to see some of that stuff. I love stuff like that. Lydia Manson, who's one of our great guests, she does great cosplay too, and she did like the Ascension ones, and of course, and I'm like, I almost like felt kind of weird at first when I barely knew her. I'm like, oh my god, she does Velma. Like perfectly. She does Wednesday Addams. And then when she came on our show, she did Tiffany. Like
Tiffany, and then she did Scarlet Witch.
Scarlet Witch. Yes, she did. I
Yeah.
love that kind of stuff.
She's amazing.
I love it.
So good. I already have my Halloween costume planned. Do you believe it?
God, I'm not even close. I have no idea. It's tough when you
not
got a
August
beard.
yet, and once it hits August, I stress out about it. I'm good. I know what I'm doing.
I'm pretty proud of you because, like I said, it's hard to find dudes with beards and beard costumes after a while. It is.
Bob Ross again.
I know, right? There's so much Bob Ross I could do. Let's try and play a song. We'll play a song or more topics. You call the shot. Let's
Try a song. I feel bad that the last one got.
All right, we'll try Brighter Days because this is a cool one.
All right.
And I love it. And I felt bad as well. That one got shut down. What the heck happened there? But Brighter Days, another great song from tonight's guest, Lives Lost. We're going to try and play it right here on the O Show live Tuesday night. Tonight's guest, Lives Lost with Brighter Days.
I watched it burn into the ground. As smoke and flames they encompass out. This sleeping dream, envisioning new life abound. This life I found. How long must we play
that one worked out perfectly. I love it. Not St. Rickus, though. Us. There we go. Brighter Days. They really do rock. I love those guys. Great stuff. Rachel, permission to put one of the pictures on the screen here? Yes? No?
I am excited.
It's pretty cool. Kind of a
And I want
pain
to play our game, Jeff, real quick. It's real quick.
Go for it. Good, Matt?
Ooh.
Yeah, pretty
I
good, right?
love it. I
Yeah.
love it.
Like the
Rachel,
hair.
I
Pretty
gotta
good.
Meet you.
Yeah, she's super cool. She's in Florida, though. So we're going to have to go to Florida.
So,
Isn't
my
that right?
family in Florida.
You okay
I
with
love
that?
Florida.
Okay going to Florida.
I still want to make like a road trip. I did the beach. I kind of want to do like a road trip before the end of the summer.
Yeah, I would always love that. I do drive a lot. to
Maybe
get to
not a road
places
trip to
that-
Florida. That takes 18 hours. I've done it before. That's no fun.
That is no fun. Especially go over like the tip of it. It's like 23 hours.
Oh my God. Yeah, I went to Miami.
Yeah.
So it was like 18, South Beach. Whew.
Yeah, you go all the way down. It's like 20 some hours. Like you're in Georgia. You're like, I'm not even close to home. So what do you want to do? You want to do the game or you want to do another round of Meet My Desk?
I want to do the game real quick because it's really quick.
Oh.
So have you been watching the Olympics?
Honestly, barely. We were going to talk about that. I mean, we wanted to talk about Celine Dion making her comeback and absolutely crushing it because that, of course, to me is the highlight. None of that controversy stuff. Let people do whatever the hell they're going to do. I really don't care. But yeah, I don't. Like, let everybody do their thing. Like, people are doing their thing. Just, boop, you know what I mean?
I am just so excited for the women's gymnastics. And dude, the comebacks. I bawled today. Jordan, Simone, friggin' Jade, Asuni Lee. Oh my God, coming back from the kidney disease. Like, I'm just so happy for these girls today. And I shed more than one tear. But I've been watching the Kevin Hart and Keenan special that they have going on. And they did this little fun game. It's really funny. So you know what a pictogram is? It's the like picture of what the sport is.
Oh,
You
Jesus.
understand?
Okay.
Right?
Wow.
So it's like some of them are obvious, like swimming. There's a swimmer in the pool. You got it? So I'm
Got
going
it.
to put up a picture and you're going to tell me what sport in the Summer Olympics that it is.
I wish it was the Winter Olympics. I love the Winter Olympics.
I love both. I just love watching sports. I think honestly, rugby has been one of my favorites. And surfing in Tahiti, that's been amazing too. But I'm going to put up a picture and you're going to tell me, because I know, but you're going to tell me what sport it is. Are you ready?
I thought earlier it's going to be a disaster, and I didn't even know it was this hard. All right, here we go.
Think of Summer Olympics that's in your mind. What sport could this possibly be? Okay, here's the picture.
What the hell is that?
And you have 3 seconds.
I'll go volleyball. What the hell is that?
Volleyball?
Yeah,
Do we have any guesses? Tennis?
we got tennis.
Any more?
I have no idea. Hopscotch?
Hopscotch. So this is rock climbing.
What? Rock climbing.
You see the little climber thing?
What? Steve Higgins nailed it.
Oh,
get it
good
before?
job!
Holy
Oh, boy, for
crap.
Steve. Jeff, you need to
Holy crap.
drink. Okay, number 2. Ready?
Yeah. That's basketball. Oh, no, wait, that's soccer.
No.
No? Are you
Like
kidding me?
Looks like a bunch of boobs.
It does look like the trampoline event.
Look at the whole picture. What could it be?
It looked like goals and like goal. Hi.
Uh-huh.
Oh, field hockey.
Yeah, good job.
Wow. Ping pong.
All right.
All right, we got one.
They have badminton. All right, for a bonus point, do you know what the little thing in badminton is called? What they hit?
I think it's called the bird, correct? Birdie.
That's what I thought it was. It's not a birdie.
It's not a birdie.
It must be like a nickname for it, but I called it a birdie too. But it's a shuttlecock. They're like birdies in
I'm sorry.
golf.
Only Only Tuesday nights on the Yo Show. You know, two lovely ladies talking about birdies and cocks. And the Olympics.
Two more.
I feel the Olympic event coming on.
What's this one?
That's what do you call sharpshooting.
Good job.
Yeah.
Shooting with a gun.
Okay, that was sharpshooting. All right, we're clear.
Now I'm canceled on YouTube because I just said
What'd
it's
you
an
say?
Olympic sport. I said shooting with a gun, and then I pointed.
Oh yeah, we're done.
Okay, last one.
Shut
You'll probably get this. I'm sure.
Cocks
I
and
just said
birdies.
it.
That it basketball?
Hmm. If it was an easy sport, you would have.
Oh, it was rowing.
It's not wrong. It's not wrong. One more guess.
Volleyball?
No. Nope.
No. All right. Boxing?
I did say it earlier.
I don't know.
Rugby.
Rugby. John Simon's in the house. John, what is up, brother?
Oh,
What is up? We got
that's fun.
some great new bands. We're going to announce key concert series lineup hopefully next week with some great
Steve's
bands.
on it.
Some that I've seen. Steve is on it. He's like an Olympic aficionado. I Olympic suck. What did I get? One right?
Yeah. Oh, I also have to shout out Steve on our Olympic men's team. He's a Penn Stater, and I think he might be legally blind or something, but man, he goddamn killed it. He really killed it, and props to him.
I'm a Winter Olympics guy. I love hockey, of course. And I like the skiing and the ice skating and the speed skating and all that. I love that stuff. Summer's okay. Basketball, like, you're expected to win. And it's almost half the time there's no competition.
Basketball was fun, though. Did you see us against Serbia? Dude, they fought dirty. They were dirty. Did you see what they did to Kevin Durant?
Yes.
Oh, my God. I wanted to punch that guy.
Right,
but
and they
Durant-
blame us for doing it for years, especially Charles Barkley did it years back, and now everybody says, you know, to play the Americans, you got to play dirty. Yaga. I don't know about all that.
LeBron did great. He got fired up. I was rooting for him, man. And Embiid didn't do shit, surprisingly. But and then Chef Curry with the shot boy right at the end. I don't know. I had so much fun watching them.
So, bottom of the ninth is now 5-5. Rojas scored on a wild pitch. Hayes the second, and they intentionally walked Kyle Schwarber, so there's 2 on, 2 out for Trey Turner. Come on,
Damn,
Trey.
I gotta put it on. Come on, Trey. Dude. And then
We
my
did
dad
it.
was like yesterday, he's like, Judge just hit a home run. I'm like, my dad, you know, I saw Judge hit a home run in real time at Yankee Stadium. That was kind of impressive. Like, I'm just a sports fan, so to see Judge hit a home run in Yankee Stadium, and I've said it on here before, I'm like, that's pretty damn cool. I mean, it was just cool. Not
I'll
that
tell
I
you
want
what.
to happen against us. Because,
Right. That one, the one he hit last night, I think is still flying.
yeah, he's a beast. He's a beast. And to see
He
him in
really,
person, like,
yeah.
I just like watching good athletes.
And I was hearing like the original scouting report when he was coming up through Trenton, and like he's too big, his swing is too long,
Monster.
doesn't seem to have any speed. I'm like, are you kidding me? And when he hit, because I was watching a video of Ryan Howard's home run classics, you know, of course, and some of them Harry Cow's just like, watch this baby, because it was just crushed. Judge spanks this one. McCarthy's like, well, that's out of here.
Yeah, that's gone.
Like, he didn't have a chance to react. He's like, well, that baby's out of here. And, like, I love watching that. That's, like, my favorite thing in baseball is to watch a true power hitter get a piece on, especially, like, a hanging curveball or something that he just digs down and destroys. Oh, beautiful.
Yeah, I really want to just beat them, though, because I hate the Yankees.
I would love it. I can't stand the Yankees. So we talked a little bit about the Olympics. Talk about Robert Downey. Don't want to do this topic because it's going to give me rage. Don't want to rage.
Do you want to rage?
Bases loaded, infield single.
Come
I'm gonna
on,
rage.
I got to put on the game.
All right, so put on the game. We won't rage yet. Let's watch. Bryce Harper's coming to the plate. And he has been ice cold, so we really need it. This
He's
is one of those
due.
moments.
He's
This is one of those
due.
moments from one of those home runs. Dig down deep, Bryce, and just absolutely
Gotta have
destroy one.
With the pH.
Let me see if I can shut this off for a second.
God damn it. I'm home alone. Joey's sleeping out tonight. I have no one to, like, turn on my TV.
Hopefully that's not a euphemism.
What?
I said, never mind. I said, hopefully it's not a euphemism. You need somebody to turn on your TV. It was a joke. Very poorly
Just
landed
can't
one.
reach
But
it. I need a Fantastic Four. What's his name? I don't know any of the
Stretch-
Fantastic Four people.
Stretch Armstrong. By the time I
There's
get this,
The Rock person. The Thing. The Thing.
yeah, the thing.
There's Jessica Alba.
Oh, what's your character? Super Hottie or something like that?
Yeah, Miss Batty.
Miss Red Hot.
Miss
She's-
Flamio Hotman.
She's like the Invisible Woman or something. So
Oh, is she?
I know
I
she
love
wants to
when
watch
they do
TV.
invisible people in shows, and then you can see them.
Yeah, you see that like that. It's almost like a water outline. It almost they look like water. What is going
It's
on
like a
here?
goddamn TLC video up in here.
It does. You know, that is exactly it, too. That's what it looks like. 2 balls and 1 strike. I can't get the TV on. This is unbelievable. Darn streaming. This is the worst. We're trying, though. 2 balls and 2 strikes and 2 outs. This is it. Come on.
Right.
I'm probably way behind. Somebody's probably already
Do it.
watching it. They're going to know the answer in a second.
You know,
And-
that's the problem with the goddamn Olympics. Like, I don't tell me the winners. Like, I want to watch in real time. Today, I watched in real time, and that was phenomenal.
Choose your favorite child. This has all be reset up again. We're going to watch on Gamecast. Oh, there it is. I don't care how I get it.
I can't
Join live.
see it.
I can see it. Well, not quite yet.
You know
There
what
it
was
is.
painful?
And he grounds out the first. We're going extra innings.
You know what was so painful? Like, being on the show and having the playoffs on. Like,
Oh, oh God.
we gotta,
That
like,
was
work
tough.
around that.
That
Or
was
I need a
really
better.
tough.
I just need a better setup where I could watch and we could like react in real time because that works.
Thank
You're
you.
amazing. Love
You are, man.
God
We
bless
love you. Thank you for promoting us as well and sharing us on Twitch, of course, YouTube, Facebook, Twitch. You can always catch us 100% live and replays. So we're going to extra innings, 5-5. Let's talk about a subject that's really going to tweak me. It's going to make me angry. Sometimes it's going to do things to make you angry here. And I saw this the other day, and I cannot believe this is even happening. Hulu is having an exclusive interview with Scott Peterson.
I'll get tweaked on this as well.
Now, if you remember, he is the convicted, gotta say
What?
convicted, he is the convicted murderer of his wife,
Barely sat in
Lacey,
here. I know.
and his their unborn child. Urgh. Why in the living hell is this man getting publicized on TV, even after all these years? What's he going to say? I'm sorry. I'm resentful. This is a load of shit to even put this on air.
There's so many cases I can compare this to. You know the woman, Sherry Pepito, that she
Yes.
like staged her own death, and then everyone was blaming the husband, and the husband's like, you know, trying to process and like raise his 2 kids. In the meantime, like he's like, she would never do this. She's super mom. She would never leave us. Turns out Sherry staged it, and now Sherry's behind bars. Everyone blamed him for Casey Anthony, who murdered her baby girl, Kaylee. You know, evidence, facts, car, people, fake job, whatever. She goes on and does an interview on Peacock. I watched the interview and I didn't want to because I'm like, do I really want to watch this bitch?
Yeah, right. You're not
Because
wrong.
I know she's guilty because I watched everything prior, and I know from what I'm told that she's guilty. From what she said, I'm confused. I'm very confused. And now I think the dad did it, like her father, and he was abusing her the whole time. So I'm like,
But
I'm
it's
floored.
it's
But
changed.
for Scott, that asshole's guilty. He's
Yeah.
guilty.
I'm sorry.
100%. I don't want to hear a peep with his blonde freaking frosted tips and his mistress and everything else, and his wife was a saint, and I don't want to hear it, Pete. I'm not going to watch it. I made up
No.
my mind.
No way am I watching
You're
that.
done. You're
She
done.
was so cute too. You really that actually hurt my heart. Just as an over, she seemed like. I mean, of course, we don't know behind. Everybody always says you don't know behind
I
the
know.
scenes.
I know.
I get it.
You get invested in these cases.
Right. And when I would see the picture of her, I'm like, her? Like that is like the sweetest looking woman, and she's carrying their baby. Hulu, shame on you, man. I'm doing my Donald Trump hands. Hulu, shame on you. Shane Gillis like intoxicating my brain. But seriously, like, shame on you, man. Who the hell?
What could he say? What could he
What
say?
could he
Like,
say?
I just.
Like I said, was he going to say, I'm sorry? I made a
He was so-
mistake?
and he was so arrogant back then. Like, with
Oh,
his
my
interviews
God,
back
yeah.
Then it's like, like I understand the psychology of like going back and like getting into the mind of a killer. But if you're gonna go and be like, oh no, wait, this didn't happen like this. Like,
Mm-hmm.
you're gonna admit you're guilty, and then you're gonna tell us what really happened because you sat behind bars for however many years. And you're going to tell us what freaking happened. You're going to fill in the holes. You're not going to like back out of this one because you did it. I'm convinced, my personal opinion, that he's freaking guilty.
There was a great one. It was a true story too, and they used to show it. They showed it a couple years in a row. This is years back. Greg Cole was in it, and he kept his whole family was murdered in the house. The wife, the kids, like the kids' heads were crushed and all that. And he kept blaming a home invasion. Somebody broke into my home and
Greg
murder.
Cole? I don't know
murder-
this.
No, he's the actor that plays, or Gary Cole, the guy from Office Space. He's the actor in it
Oh.
that plays this guy, and it is such a story. And at first, like everybody believes him, like he's innocent. And then his father-in-law starts to investigate the case, and he's like, wait a minute. He starts putting all these pieces together, and they find out in the end he gets convicted of the murders. I can't remember, or he gets off. I don't even remember. I got to find it. I'm going to look it up, try to get the name for you because it's
You can't do
great.
that to me. No, was that the one with Cheyenne, or was that the
It
one
was,
where he dumped their bodies and like the Chris Cole? Chris, what was his name? Oh my god.
No, the actor is
American Mater. No, but the real guy, his name was the American Horror Story.
this isn't the guy, Greg Cole. What the hell was the name of that?
And she would like post on
Gary
Facebook and stuff.
Gary Cole?
Gary Coleman?
No, not Gary. Gary Cole, was that it?
Wait a minute.
That's it. So Gary Cole is the actor, and it's called. Oh my god, I gotta find it because it's freaking wild. It's such a good movie.
Bring some true crime on me that I haven't watched.
I'm
because-
I'm looking at trying to find the name. It was a while ago, like a long time ago.
So not
Might
recent,
it-
not the Netflix.
It might have been an officer and a murderer.
Oh my god, he's such an asshole in every movie. he's a.
Or no, was it To Catch a Killer? I don't remember, but it was. No, this is it. No, this is not it. Fatal Vision? Was it Fatal Vision?
I don't know, dude. You just sprung this on me, and now I have to know and dig, and spend 8
Damn it.
hours finding out the story.
But Gary Cole is the actor. And I don't remember the name of the movie, but it was so good. It was like a real life, like, kind of a mystery about this family this guy who murdered his family, but said that there was a break-in and these intruders murdered his family and he survived. And everybody's like, how the hell did he survive? Pretty wild. Good. I got to find the name. I'll find the name for you. Might have been Fatal Vision. For some reason, let's go there. Let's go Fatal Vision. Let's Google it. We're Googling tonight.
If anyone in the audience has a good true crime story they would like us to investigate, just let us know.
I got one called Fatal Vision. Was that it?
Dude, I mean,
American drama miniseries. Fatal Vision is a 1984 American true crime drama television miniseries directed by David Green from a teleplay by John Gray. Based on a 1983 novel of the same name by Joe McGinnis. The miniseries stars Carl Malden, Ava Marie Saint, Barry Newman, Gary Cole, and Andy Griffith. No, it's not Gary Coleman, damn it. No, because this wasn't a miniseries. It was like it was a movie. Oh my God, that's it. Fatal Vision, a true crime classic. The electrifying true crime story of Dr. Jeffrey McDonald, the handsome, Princeton-educated physician convicted of savagely slaying his young, pregnant wife and family. That's it.
Stop it.
That's it. That's the movie. Fatal Vision. And the movie was so good, and I hated him so much after I found out.
I'm going to watch it after we get off here tonight.
My man! He got it too. Fatal Vision.
Chris
from
Watts.
1984.
Chris Watts is the story that I was thinking that you were talking about. He also killed his wife and his 2 little girls. It's awful, but it's on Netflix. It's called American Murder. And that's pretty recent. That's within the past couple of years.
You
Awful.
have to watch it. I'm not going to say anymore. And I don't even really remember the end. I forget which way it turned. But it's a great turn at every angle. It's a great movie. I'm not going to keep saying anymore. But Scott Peterson, I don't want to see anything with you in it. I don't like you.
I don't either. And I'm on this psychological book club on freaking
Awesome.
thriller/psychological book club on Facebook, and they give you book recommendations. And I've been taking these recommendations to heart. So I've been reading I'm Not Okay. I'm Not Okay. Colleen Hoover, she's a big author right now. She actually has 8 of the top 10 books that are selling right now. And a lot of her movie, Blake Lively's in the new one.
Oh.
She has another one coming out, Verity, and that's like a psychological thriller. So I'm reading all her books, but then I stray the course and I'm like, what's the most disturbing shit I can read right now? And I'm so sad that I asked that because I found it. And the book is called, if you want to know, it's called Things Have Gotten Worse Since the Last Time We Spoke. And I wouldn't recommend. I'm getting sick just thinking about it.
I can kind of feel your pain.
Yeah.
Oh, you found it on YouTube. Look at that. Fatal Vision on YouTube. Yeah, I don't know. The thing that disturbs me more than anything, and I always find myself getting invested in any story, is Ted Bundy. I don't know why. His are so sick, but I always find myself trying to like.
Because he's so unassuming. I think that's
right,
the thing. Like it's like.
And I always wonder, like, what were these women thinking, and why are they just walking? I mean, is he that good? I mean, I'm that good looking, but I couldn't sway victims.
Well, he would paint himself as a victim, like, "Oh, my car broke down. Like, come help me."
Help me.
And it was back in the 70s without cell phones. You're like, "Oh, I see a person. They have no means of communication straight on a highway. Like, I'll help you."
And then the old made-for-TV movie is Mark Harmon, and he played it so good. He was such a, like ordinary guy, but man, when he used to like show his anger and all, you're like, yeah, Mark Harmon. He was a blast in the past. He kind of vanished.
Dude, shout out to Mark Hamill too. Like he does so many voices that I just didn't even know about. But
his Joker's legendary. He's actually well known for it. It's actually like one of his Funko Pops, which is him as like dressed up as a Joker, is worth like thousands. Yeah, legendary Joker thing. Yeah, big time.
And also with my show, the Avatar, the Airbender, he plays like the Fire Lord, the Ozai. He plays a bad guy, so he's got that menacing laugh.
That Dahmer series was terrible. So
dude, Evan
2 outs.
My boy.
They got the extra inning runner on second. 2 outs. Marsh just broke his bat in frustration. So we'll see. He's opposing the analyst. Coming up on the show, Joe, almost at the end. And you know what? I like your advice. You said let loose. Let's kind of get back to where we are. We just kind of talk at each other. And I got to tell you, I had a great time.
It was a little freeform tonight.
Yeah, it was.
That's what I meant.
I know. I nailed it because like I said, I always watch back. And I'm watching make him so much. Oh yeah, Mark Hamill. That was Luke Skywalker. Those are all kind of great voices. And I'm watching make I am kind of this. And I am kind of that. We did kind of change a little bit. Like I used to talk about the sexual tension between me and Jewel, and we used to pick on each other.
You know what? I'm done.
Thank you. And we used to pick at each other a little bit, and I know the audience liked it. And yeah, because I was talking about Kill Tony, and Jules like, well, yeah, I mean, that's more like they want to hear you rap. They want to hear you talk and kind of lay it out there instead of like a lot of, we'll talk about that later. Anyway, coming up on the program, we got such a lineup coming up during the starts next week, August 6th. I couldn't be more excited about this. This guy actually said Yes, I heard of your program. And you want to talk about wanting to faint. Jay Hunter, the creator and president of iRock Radio,
All
will
right.
be here. I am so psyched. And he said, yes, I've heard of you. Whoa. Man. August 13th, the very sexy cougar of comedy, Julie Reel, will be our special guest. We haven't had a comedian in a while. I'm looking forward to that. August 20th, a great band from New Jersey, but an awesome female singer. It's the dudes and dudette of Wasted Potential. Very good band, Joel. Love these dudes. Wasted Potential, August 20th. August 27th, another great local metal band, Breaker. They're doing so many great things in the area. We'd love ourselves some Breaker. September 3rd, Fragmented, of course. Phil Zio, they played at the Fuge the month before. Excellent hard rock heavy metal band. And Jewel just announced today, just inked, just handshake my man Joey Cita. September 24th, the return of one of Jewel's favorite bands, premiering brand new music, Stealing Society is back. September 24th, we cannot wait for that. We absolutely love these guys. Infield single for the win. No, bases loaded. What the hell happened there? They're running around third. Bases loaded. All right, bases loaded. I know, right? I'm kind of hanging in. Don't want to leave.
It's been a good day for us. Come on, keep it going.
It has. We do have this great lineup coming up. So Rojas kind of did like a swinging bunt that hit off the pitcher's glove and slowly rolled, and he got on. So now we have bases loaded. Let's do Jeff's premiere of a sports broadcaster. How about it real quick to end the program?
All right, here we go.
Bryson Stott, fly ball, center field. It's caught. No, that was easy. God, he swung at the first freaking pitch and gave me a chance. He'd leave him loaded.
That hasn't been doing shit. Where is Stop been?
He's been ice cold. We're going to the 11th. 5
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
All right,
Well,
I'm going to go put it on.
Right on that note, let's get the heck out of here.
And then
St.
watching
Ricketts.
Fatal Vision.
Massive thanks, of course, to Lives Lost. The scroll's still going on down the bottom. www.liveslost.com. I can't believe I said loves earlier, but I get excited. It happens.
It's a lot of L's.
Instagram at Lives Lost Band. It is. Facebook, Lives Lost. Of course, YouTube, Spotify, Instagram, etc. St. Ricketts with Fire Cannot Burn from their self-titled debut album, St. Ricketts. And for Jeff and Jewel, we'll see you next week. Have a great night.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Hit it.
wants the taste of it, poison deeper than you know. Kindly answer this, was the point of it just to reach new heights of glow? So